Movie time with John DeSando and his friends online. So everything is gonna be just fine. From the top down to the bottom. He's gonna let you know if you should stay home or if you should go. Might even yell if it's a spectacle. From San Francisco to Long Island. 'Cause nothing's better than a motion video.
It's Movie Time is produced and hosted by John DeSando. Listen to broadcast shows Fridays at 4:01 and 8:01 p.m. Read reviews and listen to shows online at WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando,
I'm Ezra Hoover.
and this is It's Movie Time. And when I was a kid, the big deal for us was to hide under our desks
Okay.
when the missiles came. I mean, we were really scared, man. After the
Anti-missile desks?
Oh my God! After the atomic bomb in the Second World War, I mean, it was almost 10, 20 years till we got over our fear of that was going to happen. So,
Right.
a new movie put out by Netflix.
Of all people.
Right, Netflix, now you're coming through for me.
All right.
It's called A House of Dynamite,
Right.
which is kind of a little goofy title, I
A
thought.
little bit.
Yeah,
A little bit.
and what's it about?
Well, it is, without getting too deep into the metaphor yet, it's about the government response to an unknown projectile which has been fired at the United States. And this is I thought it was really interesting because they really dramatized and showed us kind of a peek inside. Now, of course, we'll never know what it's like inside of
I
a
hear it's
missile
very
command.
accurate.
Okay, it
Yes.
looks accurate.
It looks accurate,
It looks
right.
believable to me.
Yeah,
Now, as that projectile comes hurtling toward us at 6 kilometers per second, that was a really mind-blowing figure. What do we do? How do we stop it? And we hear about Israel's Iron Dome all the time, right? And it works pretty well. I think some still get through, but those are just small, short and medium range projectiles. This is a long intercontinental ballistic missile that's headed for a major American city. And what is the U.S. going to do? All this money that we spend on military, how do we stop just one missile?
and it can't, what do they say? Can't be a bullet on a bullet.
Right. Trying to stop a bullet with a bullet. That's
Yeah.
what they say.
Yeah.
And the funny part is I was just thinking about it, and if someone wanted to destroy us, they wouldn't shoot just one. A lot of the estimates say that I think North Korea has the potential to launch 10 at the same time.
Well, here's what I love too. They send up 2, right?
Okay.
They have more, but they're like saving them.
Save them.
For what?
Right, exactly.
Excuse me, you get a chance to use it if that baby.
We don't need Chicago. I just thought of the deep dish pizza, John. What are we going to
I
do?
know.
It's all gone.
They're 10 million. However, eradicating that accent may be worthwhile.
Idris, you mean? Oh, the Chicago accent.
Which is worse than Rochester, where I grew up.
Rochester's pretty bad.
Oh,
and
it
I
is.
say that as a New Yorker. That's pretty bad.
Oh, right. Oh, that's right. You've
Right.
lost yours.
I don't think I ever had it, but Rochester's basically Canadian.
And I've lost a lot of my Rochester.
Thank God.
But you're flat.
The
That kind of thing. Ew.
No, you still have it. Yeah.
Do I? You
They don't
think?
have it in Buffalo, do they? Which is weird. Buffalo's
Huh.
close to Canada too.
You may be right. Yeah.
Anyway.
So the big deal is stopping the missile, and the other one is finding out who sent it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have people running around the situation room. It's in 3 parts. And the first is the situation room.
Yes.
Captain Rebecca Ferguson, who looks like my daughter Jessica, and acts like her.
Who is excellent.
Oh, she was great.
She's always the top dog. She's always that aggressive, okay, I'm just kind of the matriarch, or I'm this background female figure, but in reality she's got the bull by the horns. I love the way that the energy she brings to the screen. Great in Dune, and also for the TV lovers, Silo you get plenty of Rebecca Ferguson.
Oh, good. All right, yeah. So what I don't get in this film, and what I appreciate about it, is that I don't get a lot of this stuff at home.
Mm-hmm.
I do get some, right? If this happens, you're going to be calling Adria to find out how Zoe is.
Right.
We know that, right?
Right.
Even though you shouldn't do it, everybody's got their phone,
Uh-huh.
and they're going to call to find out, and I like that.
Yes.
But they don't dwell on it. You know how you usually have the the wife fighting with the husband. Why do you have this job?
Oh, yeah, yeah, you mean in the movie?
Yes, yes.
Because I did watch it at home and I did check on my daughter during the movie. But that really blew my mind. These people who are responsible for millions of American lives, they're busy texting their, hey, drive away from Chicago as fast as you can.
Yes.
How about you work on this nuke that's coming towards the city?
And I thought it was nice because I have an estranged daughter. And this one character has an estranged daughter and he wants to
All right.
get her out of there.
Now let's start talking about the holes in this movie, John. Are you ready?
Okay, all
now,
right.
if the nuke is heading towards your estranged daughter, and there's nothing you can do to stop it, she won't listen to you. However, the concept that this projectile may be a dud, it may not be a missile. We don't know what it is. Maybe nothing happens. Are you going to jump off the roof before it blows up, or are you going to wait until it blows up? Right?
I'm waiting.
Okay. That was a powerful image where he's suddenly at one of the, I guess he's the Secretary of Defense. He's just so overwhelmed with emotion that his daughter, all these people are going to die. He just jumps off a roof, takes his own life.
That's right.
He doesn't wait until it hits the ground. Wait another minute, right?
Right, yeah. And you bring up a question.
Yes.
Which is undoubtedly true. Even though you could call it a hole or whatever you want, it's undoubtedly true. What do you do? How long do you wait?
Right.
And
Right.
I feel that throughout.
And that brings up really interesting geopolitical situations, real hot button issues that we've never experienced, thank goodness, because it would be the extinction of the human race. But the concept of, do you strike now knowing that you're going to be struck, even though they don't know who sent the missile, right? Okay, well,
Boy. Wow, is that right?
And do you send missiles at everyone, right? Because you don't know who it is. So you attack Iran and North Korea and Russia and China just cause.
And do you take the Russians' word for it that they didn't do it?
Right.
What do you do? In that world, wow.
Well, yeah, that's the end of the world at that point.
I've heard that there are certain major politicians that they have pulled away from the responsibility for these decisions.
Okay.
Because it's scary.
It is
to think
scary.
about one or two of the major world figures.
The launch code.
Right, to be in the launch code.
Oh,
and I hear they pulled it away.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Hand the laminated binder to Mr. Trump. Sir, what level of destruction would you like to wreak upon the world today?
And that is a great piece on this, where the young officer tells the president, played by Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Second time I think he's played president.
Okay.
But a really good representative for that.
Okay.
And
I disagree. We'll talk about that later.
Okay, so he looks at the book,
Uh-huh.
and there's no way you could digest that.
No.
It may be the first time he's seen it.
No, but they bring a really interesting, and I need to research, see if this is true, but there's a high-ranking naval officer who's just following the president around all the time with this giant notebook, and that's what's in the notebook. And Idris, or the president in this movie, says, you're always carrying that thing around, what's in that binder? So he has to decide whether or not he's going to launch a nuke, but he has to ask this guy what's in the notebook, and he said it looks like a diner menu.
It's funny the way they reprised that Bush scene with the little book reading to the kids on 9/11.
Right, yeah, because he was in a little kid's classroom.
Yeah, so he was in another of that photo opportunity.
Right. Now back to the topic of the president. They clearly want Idris to reprise his normal role as this suave, super cool, dashing guy. He's president, he's joshing, he's teasing people, he's just this guy in power. But he's a black president, right? And that's, come on, there's not too many of those.
No.
He plays basketball. His wife in the movie is on a safari. So, they're basically...
So you're mad because he's not a volleyball player?
No, they're the Obamas, right? Why? I just don't understand why they were so specifically evoking the Obamas without anything to say about it, right?
Well, that brings up the question as to whether this is left-leaning.
That's a good question. I don't think so. It seems pretty neutral. I think there is a villain who's played excellently. I wonder if he is an actual military person, but the general who's very bloody-minded, who's pushing the president to attack all of our enemies. That seems like a rebuke of the military machine.
Yes. The other one that I like is General Anthony Brady.
Mm-hmm.
and he's the guy who wants to talk about the ball game last night.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's
him, yes.
Do you know
He's
that's Tracy Letts?
Okay, who's that?
He has won the Tony Award. He's a playwright.
Oh,
I think
is
he
he?
did August Osage County, I think.
Okay.
And he is a fine actor.
Oh, he was
He
phenomenal.
can play that kind of middle-aged guy who's seen it all, and please don't bother me with this.
Slovenly,
Yes, yes.
who is talking to me, what do you have to do that's better than talking to me right now? He was excellent.
Yeah, he is very good at that, and back to Idris again.
Yes.
So, your objection to Idris is that it's too on the point?
Yes. Well, it's fine to do that, but why? What does that mean? Maybe the meaning has escaped me, but why are we choosing such a close representation of Barack Obama in this movie? What are we saying about that? Also, Idris Elba, his basketball jump shot is terrible, and I was really aghast seeing him
Really?
shoot. Yes, it was horrible.
You know,
He's British, so he probably plays soccer, so that's fine. Anyway.
and he and the little kid nailed one.
Well, and then they injected Angel Reese, a famous WNBA. You
Oh,
probably don't
right.
know that.
She was real.
Yes, that's actually her.
Yeah.
I don't know what the point of that was either.
Yeah.
She was only in the movie for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Anyway, Idris, he does a good president. He does.
Oh.
And I think with the scene where he's in the helicopter and he has to make a decision, it's excellent. That's probably the best part of the movie, where he's allowed to work.
I was initially discomforted by her repeating the dialogue.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now I understand better
Mhm.
as I listen to what she says about what she's doing, the
Okay.
different perspective.
Yes.
Because when the second or third time I'm hearing the
Yes.
same dialogue, I
Yes.
said, what do I need to waste my time? I've already heard this.
Right, and there you bring us to the main flaw of this movie, okay? Is that if you're going to use the storytelling device of repeating, which the last great example of that would be Weapons, right?
Oh,
That
yes.
actually is the same style of storytelling, where you're from multiple angles. You need to tell us something new each time.
Yeah,
The
and
second
that's it.
time we learned almost nothing, and we're essentially just on the other side of the conference call, which is really boring. And then I was super let down, the first letdown, there were multiple, because the president's camera is not on the Zoom call, and he's just talking. And they keep zooming in on his black square, and I keep thinking, why is his camera not on? There must be some incredible reason. There's no reason. It's just because he's at the basketball game.
Oh.
And he's walking around. They finally show us the president's point of view. There's no exciting reason why his camera's not on.
Well, I guess I hadn't thought about it that way,
Right.
but it was the same objection I had.
Right.
Like, please give me something else. Why
Right.
are you repeating it? I know, supposedly a different perspective, but she does not give you a different
No,
perspective.
no, it doesn't.
She gives you the same dialogue.
Yes.
And some meaning.
It's identical dialogue.
Yes, I know, so I think that's a really good point. Now, see,
Yes.
I'm much more forgiving than you are.
Okay.
I mean,
That's
I
fine.
buy into every bit of this.
Well, I loved it, and that's why I'm so hard on this movie, because the setup is fantastic, and I'm okay with an open-ended ending, but there has to be an ending. There's no middle. It's just a big setup. The missile is about to hit Chicago, and you never know if it does. Okay, but I think it's all set up, and then no kind of meat. What's the
All right,
what
I'm
happens?
going to address myself to that in our podcast.
Sounds good.
All right, so you have to go to WCBE.org in the podcast experience and to Backtalk. And Ezra, what do you recommend concerning this movie? It's a Netflix movie, which means it's available to everybody.
Yes, it is. It's full of big name actors. It's fun. It's intense. If you have a Netflix subscription, it's an easy yes. Watch it. Just know you may be unsatisfied at the end.
No, because nobody's going to be as picky as you and Ken. And Ken came through with a litany.
Ken will agree with me.
Well, you two nerds are just exactly alike. You're picking this thing apart before it's even had a chance.
Yes.
And then subsequently reading, I understand that they're really pretty faithful to
Okay.
everything that happens. And given the idiots who are very often in politics, I'm not surprised at all.
Neither am I. Neither am I.
It's movie time with John DeSando and his friends online. So everything is gonna be just fine. From the top down to the bottom. He's gonna let you know